They told us he was God. They told us to worship him. But what if he never actually said that? For 2,000 years, one question has echoed through churches and empires. Did Jesus really say he was God? Or did we misunderstand the message? What you're about to hear might not match tradition, but it just might be closer to the truth. Did Jesus really say he was God? Part 1. The claim that changed everything. For over 2,000 years, the question has echoed through cathedrals, synagogues, seminaries, and search engines alike. Did Jesus really say he was God? It's one of the most important and controversial questions in the history of faith. Because if Jesus explicitly claimed to be God, then his words demand absolute allegiance. But if he didn't, what does that mean for everything that followed? Let's start with a simple but powerful question. Where exactly did Jesus say in his own words, "I am God, worship me"? Search the Gospels. Line by line, you'll find something surprising. He never said it. Not in those words. Not in that way. Yes, Jesus said profound things, things that hinted at deep unity with God. But a clear, literal declaration? It's not there. So, where did the idea come from? And why does it matter so much? In the Gospel of John, we find the boldest statements. Jesus says, "I and the Father are one." John sounds serious, but what did he mean? The religious leaders accused him of blasphemy, of making himself equal with God. But Jesus answered, "Is it not written in your law, 'I have said you are gods'?" John 10. Wait, what? He was quoting Psalm 82, where human beings are metaphorically called gods because of the divine image within them. So was Jesus claiming exclusive divinity or showing something deeper? Let's find out in part 2. Part 2, the Messiah or the metaphor. To truly understand what Jesus meant, we need context. Jesus was a first-century Jew. He lived in Roman-occupied Palestine. To claim divinity directly would have been scandalous and dangerous. And yet, he spoke with authority. He healed. He forgave. He challenged power. He said things like, "Before Abraham was, I am." That's huge. I am is the sacred name God gives himself in Exodus. But was Jesus claiming to be that God, or was he speaking in spiritual alignment? Because he also said, "The Father is greater than I." I do nothing on my own, but only what the Father has taught me. John 8:28. Even more telling, in the Gospel of Mark, often considered the earliest written, "Why do you call me good? No one is good except God alone." Mark 10:18. So now, we're in paradox territory. He speaks like God, but also speaks of God. Some scholars believe Jesus wasn't claiming exclusive divinity. He was demonstrating what it looks like to be fully united with God. Mystics have said it for centuries. Jesus wasn't just different from us. He was showing us what we could become. Maybe he wasn't demanding worship. Maybe he was inviting awakening. Part 3. What if Jesus showed us our true nature? If Jesus never literally said, "I am God, worship me," what did he say? He said, "Follow me. Love one another. The kingdom of God is within you." Luke 17:1. And in one of his most powerful prayers, he said, "That they may all be one, as you, Father, are in me and I in you." John 17. He wasn't putting himself above everyone. He was bringing us with him. He said, "You will do even greater things than I have." Think about that. Would a man obsessed with being worshipped tell you that you could go further than him? That's not ego. That's empowerment. Jesus may not have claimed to be God in the way religion later framed it, but what he did say might be even more powerful. He showed us what's possible. He revealed the divine, not just in himself, but in all of us. So maybe the question isn't, did Jesus say he was God? But rather, did he show us that we are more divine than we ever believed? And maybe that's the line the system couldn't handle.
More uncomfortable questions, more hidden truths, more mind-opening discussions. Subscribe now and turn on the bell if you're ready to see beyond the surface.